I was a swimmer, a good swimmer in Brazil, and I used biohacking every day for training, for eating, for sleeping, for talking with my coach. All day long was with biohacking. But now I'm 42 years old. I'm not an athlete. I'm not a swimmer. I'm a father and a businessman. That phase is over. I was very happy. But I have 2 kids right now. That my kids, João, this is João, Joaquim, and Pedro, this is my wife, Lalas. And today is an important day because it's the birthday of Joaquim. Joaquim is doing right now 2 years old. And what do you think is harder, to be a father or a swimmer? A father. I don't have the time that I had when I was swimmer. When I was swimmer, all my day was with biohacking. I don't have the same time, but I want the same performance. So I have to discover a better way and better strategies to biohacking to put my energy in my work. I work in Brazil. Brazil is a huge country that in Brazil, most 2 million people, more than 2 million people in Brazil. And I talk with 30 million people each month with my social medias. This is a moment 5 minutes before enter in a stage to talk with 11,000 people in Brazil. So I'm take care of my voice in this photo because I have to put my energy in the stage. But I didn't have and I don't have the same time when I was swimmer. What I'm gonna show to you is the biohack routines that I use every day in my job, in my work. And that routine is, I know that you know, because it's supported by the research, supported by the data, and you know about that. But I have 2 routines that is the most important of all. But I'm gonna show you. This is my first one. The routine number 1 is my energy routine. Every day when I wake up, I do my physical training, an hour. Last year, I did a Ironman race in Brazil. It was tough, but I did. I have a cold plunge in my house. I do my power affirmation, meditation, 1 liter of alkaline water every morning, black coffee without sugar, and 6 minutes of quality time with my children and my wife. That gives me energy. My second routine is my productivity routine. I write down my goals and my plans. I work in these plans using the Pomodoro method. I keep my office clean and organized, avoid interruptions, focus on my big win. Big win is my key activity of my day. Meeting with my clients, my team, and my partners. My third routine is my learning routine. My learning routine, 1 podcast per day. Brazil loves podcasts. We have a lot of podcasts in Brazil. 6 minutes of reading every day, 2 sessions of 30 minutes. 20 minutes of update on my marketing industry from specialized blogs and websites. Twice a week, I record my podcast. I have a podcast in Brazil, the top 1 podcast, Spotify, or business podcast in Brazil, JJ Podcast. I watch documentaries, courses, and videos. My 4th routine is my connection routine. Quality time with my kids, quality time with my wife, phone calls with my friends, my family, meet friends, make call of them, walk around, walk with my dogs. I have 2 dogs. And maybe now you're thinking, but it's too fluffy. What is you telling me, Joel? But I'm going to show my ideas why the routine number 4 and number 5 is the most important. And I'm going to use some research about that. My routine number 5 is my purpose routine. It's very important to me. Every day, there is a 3 reflection question. What I did? What did I learn today? What is my mission? What went well? And why did work? Why didn't work today? What is my mission? What's my purpose? Every day, this is in my mind. And my routine number 6 is my recovery routine about my bed, my sleep, the temperature, the relative humidity, the quality of my sleep. So I have 6 routine every day, and I use biohack in that routine. But my point is, the routine number 4 and number 5 is the most important routine for me. I use the routine of exercise, of cold shower, of cold plunge. I use therapy, meditation every day. But I ask every day for me, what's my purpose? Because I don't have the same time when I was swimmer. And I work with the most important players and most important athletes in Brazil. Olympic athletes in Brazil. But the routine number 4 and 5 is most important for biohacking and longevity. Look, this study. It shows this study is a meta-analysis study that shows with more than 300,000 people, and is the lack of strong relationships increase the risk of premature death from all causes by 50%, comparable to smoking up 15 cigarettes a day, and even greater than obesity and physical inactivity. This data is too important. I have to tell you that today my second time is speaking English, so thank you for your attention. Yeah, I'm trying hard here. Thank you. My second time in Brazil, we talk Portuguese, but I'm trying hard. Thank you for your attention and your time. This study shows that similar things, all markers was improved by social relationships. Social relationships improve our lives, improve blood pressure, improve waist circumference, improve markers by inflammation, improve body mass index. Stay and live with people that is great for us, improve our lives. Another studies that support the theory about relationship, social connection, and mortality. Another studies that support about mental health and connection. In Brazil, there is a huge problem with mental health. Brazil suffered about burnout, anxiety, depression, and my job in my country is increase that situation, improve the health, the people, because a lot of people now in Brazil is suffering about mental health, and biohacking stuff is very important, and social connection too. Look at that study. This study shows that sense of purpose, the way you live, the meaning of your job, of your work, there is a correlation with your life. Asking every day, what are you doing? What the meaning of are you doing is important for your life, for our life. That's a new approach for me because I was athlete. Every day I woke up and trained hard. I trained like 7 hours per day during 2 decades. And now I'm not training like that. I'm working like that. This is my work in Brazil, a piece of my work. And now I see a lot of people. Every day I talk with millions of Brazilian people in Brazil. In my training, in conference, in congress, events, in stage, mentoring, all of stuff that including learning and teaching. That's my job. And my job is connecting with the people. What I've discovered is that exercise, eating, fasting is good for us, is good for our lives, is good for our health, productivity. But social connection is good too. It's new for me. Sense of purpose is good too. Every day I use that in my job. I use my work to biohacking, not biohacking to sustain my work. Not just biohacking to sustain my work, but I made my work a biohacking, a way of living. If you live with good people, in a good environment, you're going to live better, you're going to live longer. My father told me this quote 10 years ago. People need people. In Portuguese, is pessoas precisam de pessoas. With 3 P's. Was too strong for me that name, that quote, was the first name of my first company. Now I have a lot of companies in Brazil. I'm an investor, I'm a businessman. But the way of living is people need people. Because when you stay with the right people in the right place, you're going to live better and longer. Thank you very much.